Hello everyone, welcome back to Elina's Fashion. Today we're going to be sewing this gown. We've cut it already in the other video. Pin down the lining on the right side of the fabric like this and sew. Okay, pin the armhole also and sew. So this is how we do it. Just sew it like this. Watch it carefully as you sew the V-shaped neck. Okay, so just sew it and then you sew the armhole, you notch and then you turn, you top stitch it, the neckline and then armhole, top stitch it, then top stitch it on the lining and then turn over to have a nice finishing. So here we go. So I've sewn it, as you can see, neatly done. Okay, I've turned the shoulder also. I've sewn the armhole. I've top stitched it, even the neckline. So I'm going to be showing you how to sew this. Just flip it to the right side of the back fabric. Okay, right side to right side. Okay, flip it like this through the armhole. Okay, then you take the lining of the back bodice and place the lining on the lining while the right side of the fabric is on the right side of the fabric, that is the front bodice and the back bodice. Okay, pin it down. After pinning it down, you check it again if it's well done, and then this is how you flip over the lining to the other side. Okay, let the lining be touching the lining. Okay, and then the main fabric be touching the main fabric. Pin it down carefully, turn it and see how the outcome would be. If it's nice, you sew. If it's not nice, you repin it. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to pin it down like this now. Okay, so here it is. I've pinned it. Okay, I'll turn it over. This is how it should be. Merge it like this, and when you are pinning, make sure this lining is well behind it. So this is how it will be when I finish sewing it. So let me sew it now. So after I finish sewing it, I'm going to remove it and get the neatly done dress. Okay, so this is how you get that inner neatly done finishing of your garment. Ever wonder how people get this nice finishing, this ready to wear clothes with nice finishing? This is how it's done. See how neatly it is. I've turned it out. Okay, see how neatly it is done. Okay, just press this side, iron it very well, and then you have a wonderful stitch. So now this is what we do. I've done it like this. I'm going to be stitching this side with the lining, that is the back bodice with the lining. See the inner finishing, everything is looking nice. So for the side, I'm going to be sewing the front lining and the two fabrics merged together, front bodice and back bodice merged together. I'm not going to be sewing this back lining. I've separated it. Okay, so just this one is not going to be sewn. Okay, so I'm just sewing these three fabrics together. I've pinned it down like this, and I've pinned the other side. I'm going to sew it down like this, and then I'll use the back fabric to turn it over. Okay, so I've done same for the other side. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to sew it gently. Okay, so this is the pin. I'm going to be sewing it down, so just watch closely. So this is it. I didn't attach this one. Okay, this back lining, don't sew it. This is what I'm sewing, just three fabric, 1 2 3. Okay, the lining and the two front and back bodies, just sew it down like this. Then I'll sew the other side also. So this is the other side. I've left the lining at the top, so I'm sewing this down like this. The front bodies, the back bodies, and the lining, that is the front lining. So just sew it neatly down. So I've sewn it like that. The next thing to do is to attach the lining, cross it over to the other lining and sew, leaving like 1.5 inch. Don't sew on this particular line that you have sewn before. Like, see, I've done it. I left like 1/2 inch and I've sewn like this. So this space here is for the turning of the cloth. So I'm sewing down like this, like 1/2 inch, like this down. So I'm doing the same for the other part. This is the other part. I'm going to be sewing like that. This is the lining. I'll flip it over to the other side of where the other lining is. Then when I sew it, there is going to be opening for turning over. Okay, so you just basically leave one side for turning, not both sides of the gown. Just leave one side for turning over. Okay, so I'm going to sew here down straight because I've left an opening already at the other side. So here it is, so neatly done. So I'm sewing it like so. So this is the hem. I've sewn it like this now. Okay, so next will be, after doing this, I'll be sewing the collar. Okay, so this is the collar, 58 on when you open, while 24 on fold. Okay, so this is 5 inches wide. Okay, but the tip is slanted. I've sewn the tip. Okay, just sew it and turn it like this. Then you arrange it, this middle side, put it at the middle side of the collar, and then you stitch it. So this is how it's going to be done. This is the bodice. Okay, this is the back neckline. So this is the middle of the collar. So I'm placing the back neckline like this on this middle part. I'm going to be pinning it down. After pinning it down, then I'll sew it. I've sewn the back neckline, yeah, lining to the fabric to keep it in place. Okay, as you can see, so I'm going to be sewing it to the collar itself. Okay, I'm sewing it underneath this stitch that I use in sewing the lining and the back neckline. Okay, so the back bodice. So I've sewn it. So this is how you bring the collar and fold it like this, and then you sew it. Fold the collar and sew neatly. You're done. 2, 3, here we go. Wow. You can tie the necktie in any way you want it. Okay, these are different ways of tying the necktie. Beautiful. Alina's fashion. This is showcasing beauty. This gown is so beautiful. It's so elegant. Okay, you can make it for yourself. You can make it for your loved ones. It has a rope at the back. Okay, so you just insert your belt the way you like it. So I made this belt, okay, so that you can tie the back. So this is the back view, and this is the front view. So beautiful.